Hey folks, I'm Daryl Cagle, and we are starting a new stream where I will be coloring the NRA and Republican Doggie cartoon that I drew this afternoon, and it will be a delightful excursion into a coloring adventure. So come join me today, and we will get started. Here we go. What I'm starting off doing here is just cleaning up the muck from when I scanned this. I scanned these pencil drawings that look like ink drawings, and people always tell me they're surprised I draw in pencil. It's because I scan them for high contrast, and they look like ink drawings, and that's all good, and it keeps me looking more loose and comfortable than I am when I work in ink, which tends to make me stiff. So when I do work in ink and I scan the ink drawings, I find that they come out just as dirty in the scans in terms of hickeys to clean up as they do when I work in pencil. This is where I'm going to stick a nice scan of a $100 bill, which strikes me as visually funny. That's why I do it. Could have easily drawn a little $100 thing in there, but the scan of the $100 bill is kind of visually jarring and makes me laugh. It would have been easier to draw it in. Okay, that's pretty much cleaned up. Save that 1000 DPI line. Oh, hello, MMA Fighter Grandmaster. Nice to see that I've got somebody chatting. So please do follow me. I appreciate that. This is a Trump 2016 stream. It is when I draw a Trump cartoon, but today it's a General Republican and NRA cartoon. If you look back on my archive at darylcagle.com, you'll see plenty of Trump cartoons. But not today. Today it's the NRA. Okay, now I need to reformat this. So let us save this as NRA Doggie. Oh, thank you so much, MMA Fighter Grandmaster. NRA Doggie, 500 DPI. CMYK. I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Okay, now. I need to go to CMYK. Grayscale. CMYK. Let's unlock that. And let's add a bunch of layers. I like to add as many layers as I have space for in my window. We will move this line art layer to the top. Move to top. Now I'm going to select the white. Okay. We will delete it. We will go to the bottom. Oh, well, let's select the inverse while we're here. And I need to see what color that's coming out. It's going to be a big mess of CMYK. Look at that. 75, 68, 67, 90 behind my head. Oh, thank you for the kind words, MMA Fighter Grandmaster. 75, 68, 67, 90. Yeah, that's awful. So let's make that 0, 0, 0, 100. I want it just black. All right. And we are going to fill with 100. Fill. Now, Photoshop does not like to fill. Fill again. Fill. Sometimes I have to fill in, fill in, fill. 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 I demand that you fill. Now let's see if it filled. It did. Ha ha ha. Now we'll go to the bottom layer and make that white. 0, 0, 0. And all of this gets a fill of 100%. And now we'll go back to this layer, and I'm going to make it multiply. Now I'm going to take my whole friggin' image and make it 500 pixels an inch. Kaboom! And then I'll be ready to color. Oh yeah. Here, this is the money I'm going to drop in on it. Okay. Alrighty then. So, now I need to color. Well, when you don't know what you're going to do with your color, it's a good idea to color the things that you know you want to color. I could start off with that ridiculous $100 bill. Why don't we do that? So I'll go here, and I will. That has a white background, doesn't it? Kind of odd. Select all. Oh no, that's in Wikipedia still. All right, let's go back here and open the saved copy. $100 bill. This application does not support the edited banknotes. Jeez. I thought I might have trouble with that. What am I going to do? I can try reducing the size in another application. Let's try Photo Studio. See if I can open it in there. Let's make the size. Thinking if I make it a smaller size. I might be able to get it in there. I know I've done this on another occasion. Image size. Okay, let's make it 800 pixels. The 100 front. Now let's see if I can paste that. Does not support the editing banknote images. Okay, how do I get around this? Oh, not only that, but my Starting to twinkle as the light goes down. So we'll fix the twinkle. Okay, what to do about the banknote? I could try Illustrator. Could try an older version of Photoshop. Let's try that. I'm going to try an older version of Photoshop, see if that'll do it. Photoshop 2.0. What have I got for old Photoshop? I'm already using an old Photoshop. Okay, let's try Adobe. I think I'm going to have to try coloring the whole image and then see if I can drop it in Illustrator. Save it as an Illustrator file. At least we'll give that a try. If it doesn't work, maybe I'll end up drawing the $100 bill. Wouldn't that be ironic? Okay. I think I'm going to go with yellow. Yeah, oh, look at that. Do I have a background that has a clean white? I may not. Looks like I do. Okay, so let's go here. And we will make the color 1080. Opacity can be what? 20. Let's make it 20. Okay. Yeah, see, I know I've done the money in the past, but I forget how I got past all of the darn counterfeiter stuff. Of course, one of the allowed uses for doing an image of money is in political commentary. So I am on my legal ground. The problem is these bastards who write these programs I'll soften the edges with some white sponge. Which gives it a kind of a paper texture when I'm at 500 dpi. It looks very spongy when I use a lower dpi, but 500 dpi just makes it look like I'm working on paper. Which is kind of nice. Paper with a texture. I think I might give it a little light orange. Extra light, because that's going to be... I'll do it on another layer because I don't like it. Pop it down. A little bit like a... Oh boy! The light keeps changing. Just a second, I'm going to turn on another couple lights. Trouble is it gets dark in the evening, huh? So, are we getting better? Okay, now we'll fix the twinkling. Still getting twinkling. Let's try this. That seems to work. Okay. Back to normal. Okay, now I know I want the hearts to be pink. And I want the ground. So let's put a little ground in there. I always keep forgetting I have this nice control on here for changing my size of my changing the size of my brush or sponge tool. Here, the sponge. The ink stamp tool. Okay, I think I'll do some hearts. 2 hearts here. They can be 40. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 40. That needs to be hard and 100%. When you haven't decided what colors to make things, just do the colors you know you can do. I think I'll probably make the little elephant doggy purple because in CMYK printing the purple tends to gray out. Gagusha, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So I'm going to come back on these hearts, give them a little bit of light and shadow, just to make them pop a little bit more. I'm trying to remember how I did that dollar bill last time, because I have pasted in an image of money before in a cartoon. And I'm kind of thinking I had to go to Illustrator to do it. So that's the next thing I'm going to try. I think my old version of Illustrator doesn't have these counterfeiting restrictions in them. Counterfeiters are such a pain in the butt. Perhaps too, Adobe is a pain in the butt. They should know there's plenty of legitimate use for putting money in art. Why do they give me this trouble? Anyway, that's how I'm thinking I put it in last time I did it, to the best of my recollection. Let's see if I remember right. Worst comes to worst, I've got to draw the thing. That's a pain. Have to get a piece of paper out and scan it. Color it. Well, in case you wonder what I'm doing here, oh, I've got the twinkle again. My goodness, the light keeps changing and I keep getting the twinkle. So let's fix the chroma key again. Okay, working for now until it gets darker. I was going to show you that this is what I'm doing on my Wacom tablet. Coloring. So, in case you wondered, back to this. dark on the hearts, so that'll be light. And I want to soften that up, make it a little bigger. Opacity way down. And opacity can be a little more than that. I think that's looking okay. Alright, now let's get a little back to the dark pink. Let's bring it down a little. Outside the lines there. There's a little button on the side of my Wacom stylus. Sometimes I hit it wrong and it makes that menu come up, which is a pain in the butt because I never use that button. Better no button at all. Wacom folks, better no button at all. Not just that much is going to give these some nice character. In fact, I think I would like to give them a little bit of white texture. Let's do that. Opacity 32. Put that another layer because I don't like it. I'll drop the size down a little bit. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Texture. Yeah. I don't know that that even shows up on the video, but it looks good from here. Okay, I think those hearts are looking good. So much more life than if they were just flat pink. Not a lot going on in them, but more life than flat pink. All right, let's give the elephant some color. He can be 25, 10. How's that look? No, I don't care. Well, 0. How about 15, 15? 2015. All right, let's do that. 2015. What do we think of 2015? Oop. Wrong tool. Wrong opacity. Oop. Wrong hardness. Yeah, that's a little dark, isn't it? Don't think I liked that. Let's make it a little bit lighter. Like that. Okay, looking better. Still a purple. It's nothing but cyan and magenta. But a little more elephant character, huh? Oh, and thank you again for the follow, Kagakusha. That down. I do like this tool for changing the brush size on the fly that's built into the Wacom tablet on the side, and I must admit I typically forget to use it, but when I remember, it's very nice. Let's drop our opacity a little bit for doing his tail. Okay. Now he can have a little bit of, let's drop that back up. Give him a little lighter, softer, and on another layer. Bump that up. Too much. Come on, opacity, drop down. Let's try a little bit of the sponge on here too. He can use a little bit of texture. He can use a little bit of gray. Maybe I don't like it, so put in another layer. In print, that's just going to look like I was drawing on it with a pencil. Okay, let's give him a little bit of darker here. Maybe all he needs. Darker still. Just for a few spots. Okay. Let's go with some tongue color. Tongue color is probably going to be same as this pink. Let's put it back here. You know, it is not. It's going to need less opacity is what it needs to look like a tongue. And we'll do some white. Let's go up here. Okay. A little bit of color in the eyeballs. Alrighty. He could use a little bit of, little hint of tongue red. That's got him. Okay, maybe toenails. He needs little toenails, huh? Okay, he's looking good. The pig. Let's call him 32020. And 100%. Oops. Not much talking today, huh? You folks are quiet. Okay, let's give him some lightening up on his light spots. Soften that. Opacity down to that. Okay, now let's go for a little of the darker. Darker enough, huh? Okay, now what? I can give him a little bit of that white. Might be kind of nice. Let's do it up a little here. So, in case I don't like it, I'm not committed to it. Oh! Wrong white. Let's give him a little bit of pink cheeks. 0.33, that looks good. That needs to be pretty light as well. Put that on another layer in case I don't like it. He's a pig, huh? It's pink ears. And the white eyes and teeth. Red, hard, and smaller. Oops. Let's give him some tongue color. Okay, he's looking kind of nasty. Nasty in a good way. Bump that up. Drop that down. Thing likes to tweet at me. Oh, I was doing all that on the top layer. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's come back down here. Give him his brown cigar. Okay, pop this up. Oh, forgot his tail. Can't do that. That's the wrong color. Okay, suit color. Let's give him this. A darker? Nah, let's do that. Layer 17, suit color. Just on layer 17. What is this color? Alright. Good to have a CMY gray instead of having the K in it, because that'll make the black line work pop rather than blend in. And pop is just what we want. Especially on a cartoon that is so little subtlety as this one. Get his top arm. Now let's drop our tone down a little bit. Soften it up, opacity down. Let's do that on an upper layer. Darken a little bit more. I can do the shoes with this. You always want to make the shoe color much the same family as the suit color, otherwise looks like it comes from another place and it looks wrong. This should be close enough. Catch it where I went out of the lines. I have a nice little eraser on the back end of my Wacom stylus, which is what I'm doing here. Oh, we got more twinkle. Apologies for the twinkle. Let's fix that. That happens when I have boy, it's fighting me today. Sorry about this. Not the most elegant today. Ooh, not a lot of play there. Oh, that's better. Not good, but better. Okay, back to the white. Get that in this layer. Let's give him a red tie. No, that's not good. Give him a red tie with less opacity. There, that's better. Don't want to draw that much attention to it. I would, perhaps, want to put a little more of this sponge texture into his suit. Let's do that. Oh, that's kind of nice. Sponge texture on the NRA letters. Oh, very nice. A little bit of this in there too. Okay. Now, where am I with this? Doggie wanted a treat. Not looking bad. Maybe all I need to do now is try to get that $100 bill to fit. Let's do that. Let's save. Then what I'm going to do is flatten. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take all of these and merge. I'm going to add another layer. And save as NRA Doggie CMYK whole. And I'm going to come in here, cut a hole out of this. Okay, cut a hole out of it, save that. Now let's try Illustrator and see if I can get that to work. See if this will get me past that stinking money prohibition. need a document first to import. Alright, let's make a new one. This will be 8 by 5.25. Color mode CMYK, raster effects. High. Okay. Now I need to place the NRA Doggie. Looks like it doesn't want to be a TIFF file, does it? Needs to be a JPEG. Well, that sucks. Alright, so let's save as a JPEG. Save as Photoshop, see if that works. Didn't work. Okay, let's try it as a JPEG. Well, maybe EPS will work. Let's try that. Looks like it did work. Pretty good resolution. Okay. Now let's place that money. Yeah, this was my way around the money before I had to go into Illustrator to do it, which requires some unpleasant compromises. Oh, thought I had a hole in the image, and I guess I don't. So let's bring it up. Make it a little bit smaller than my black lines. See if I can come in and fix that in Photoshop. So let's save as AI. No, save it as a JPEG. Save as Cancel. Let's export as a JPEG. Quality 10. 1000 DPI. No anti-aliasing. Okay. Now, did that work? Let's go back to this and open this export. Alrighty. Let's take this, copy, come over here to this. This is all to get around that counterfeiting baloney. Photoshop. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Right. Didn't need to do that whole big thing, did I? Just needed to do this. That goes there. I should have just put the dollar in here this way, instead of doing this. Alright, let's try that. You know what? I'm gonna give up on that. Let's go back to here. Now let's take that. Take that. Delete it. Take this and export. Try that. Let's see if Photoshop will do that. Place. Okay. Why didn't I do that before? Sometimes figuring out this nonsense takes me too long. Alright, let's place it. Give us some of this color. What's happening there? Alright, let's put in another layer. Do a little grab here. Well, it's not quite what I hoped for, but it's kind of funny. Oops. I want to take this. Well, that was a journey. Kind of hard. But I think I achieved it. So let's save. Drop that back and now I want to fix this a little bit. Okay, how to get past the counterfeiting restrictions in Photoshop was a lesson. Well, the $100 bill is funny. It's funny. Alright, let's save. I'm gonna flatten these. Can I merge them? Merge them. Now. This one still needs to multiply. Okay, I'm going to save this, and let's save another one as NRA Doggie CMYK file. Okay, and we can let's flatten, save as JPEG. That is 10, and let's see how it works. .3, that's okay. Now. Now let's try Stepping backwards. And make it grayscale. Don't merge, okay. Well, that's not looking too good. What can we do with this? Well, I think we're going to need more texture in the background. So let's give it that. Take this $100 bill, we'll lighten it up and give it a little more contrast. Contrast up, brightness up, contrast up. Okay, now let's go on to our guys, lighten them a little bit because they're too dark. Opacity, let's say 20. Oops. Select everything. When you switch to grayscale, very often things just darken too much. You need to come back in and lighten them up because they don't look right, they're just too dark. And that's what's happened here, he just got too dark. So that's what we're doing, just a little general lightening to make it work for the grayscale. Otherwise it's going to be heavy. Too heavy, and this is a light cartoon. Okay, I think that's kind of working. Fixed about as much as I can. Why is that looking so dark? It's on the top layer. this is never going to pass as a counterfeit. So I have to do all this touch-up. Okay, there is the black and white version. I think it's looking right. At least right enough. Let's save that and flatten. Oops. Let's flatten. And save as. $1130B. Gray. Okay. Now let's see how big that turned out to be. Should be smaller than the CMYK, huh? 3.2, alright. I think I'm good. So, it's finished. You've seen it all. It happened here. And I had some real technical issues to deal with this time. Getting past all of that Photoshop anti-counterfeiting crap in order to get a $100 bill into the hands of an NRA pig. The things you have to go through as a cartoonist, huh? So, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me today. That is the end of our stream, and I will see you later. And this shall be the end of our recording. Thank you so much.